So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in the previous video we learned about the bench tools. So this is the continuation of the bench tools. So in the previous video we learned about the basic bench tools used in workshop technology. So here we have the first topic, hacksaw. So hacksaw is generally used for cutting a metal into pieces. It consists of frame and a saw blade as shown in the figure below. It is a C-shaped steel frame with a piston hand grip. The frame may be of fixed type to take only one length of blade or adjustable to take different blade lengths. It has a wing nut to adjust the tension of the blade. So here we can see a hacksaw. So this hacksaw is of C-shaped, which consists of solid frame, blade and prongs, and as well as handle. So the next figure is of the adjustable frame. So this frame can be adjusted or it can be slide and moved. And we have tightening screw and nut. So saw blade. Saw blade are made up of high carbon steel, alloy steel, or high speed steel. They are supplied according to material hardening, length, and pitch. So here we can see a saw blade. They are made up of steel, alloy, or high-speed steels, and they can be used according to the material for hardening, length, and pitch. Safety and care of hacksaw. The cutting action is carried on the forward action only, so the blade must be mounted with its teeth pointing forward. Suitable tension should be applied on the blade to avoid breakage or loosen. Change the blade if some teeth are broken. Avoid rapid and erratic strokes of cut. Avoid too much pressure. Workpiece must be held firmly. So these are the things that we need to take in mind or take care while we are using hacksaw. Hammer. A hammer is a handheld tool used to strike another object. It consists of a handle to which is attached a heavy head, usually made up of metal, with one or more striking surfaces. So hammer is generally a handheld tool which consists of a heavy head, which is generally used for striking on metal or any other surfaces. For any other surfaces, which means like in iron, while striking iron, we use hammer. So hammer can be classified as follows. So there are different types of hammer. So first one is ball peen hammer, cross, and the second is cross peen hammer, and so on. We have a straight pin hammer, claw hammer, and sledgehammer. So hammer can be divided according to their hardness. So according to hardness, hammer can be classified according to hardness as hard hammer and soft hammer. The use of this hammer depends according to their user's purpose. So hard hammer. Hard hammer are made up of steel forged into desired shape. They are used to strike punches, cold chisel, steel ladders, rivets, nails, etc. And they're also used for bending, straightening, and stretching. Moving on to next, we have soft hammers. So these hammers are made up of soft materials like wood, nylon, rubber, plastic, or soft materials such as copper, lead, and brass. They are used to strike in finished or semi-finished work pieces to prevent from damaging of the surface. They are also used for bending sheet metals. So soft hammers are generally used in soft materials, for example, wood, nylon, rubber, plastics, and they are also used for hitting into metal sheet or sheet metal, just for to make it straight or to just bend the sheet metal. So moving on to next, we have according to the structure of pin. So hammer can be divided according to the structure of the pin. So hammer can be classified according to its structure of pin as straight pin hammer and cross pin hammer, ball pin hammer, and modified pin hammer. The use of these hammers again depends upon the user's purpose. So according to pin, hammer can be divided as pin hammer, straight pin hammer, cross pin hammer, and ball pin hammer. Many three types of hammer are divided according to the structure of pin. So ball pin hammer. A ball peen hammer is flat-faced on one end and rounded on other. The flat end is used for metalwork applications. The flat end is used for tasks such as driving punches, setting rivets, and the rounded pin end is for shaping metal. Moving on to next, we have cross pin hammer. These hammers have been perpendicular to the axis of handle. They are used for striking nails and simple workshop practices. Straight pin hammer. These hammers have been parallel to the axis of handle. They are used for stretching and drawing out materials during forging, and they are also used for removing slack from weld in welding. Now we have the another topic, which is chisel. So chisel handle tool with sharp flat tip and flat end at either face that are used to remove materials from parent material with the aid of hard hammer may be called a chisel. Cutting edge is first, annealing is hardened. So chisel are generally a sharp tools with flat tip and flat end at either face. So they are generally used to remove materials from parent. They are generally used to remove materials from parent material with the aid of hard hammer. So this type of material or this type of hammer is generally called as chisel. So moving on to next, we have engineer's protractor. Engineer's protractor is a general purpose tool used for the measuring, checking of angles. Example: the angle of drill heads, angle of cutting tool, and even for marking out of angles on a compartment part. So calibers. So this is a figure of vernier caliber. So we may have used this in our experiment, physics experiment, or any other experiments. So calibers are generally used for measuring the dimensions of compartment, and they are also very easy to use. So moving on to next, we have screwdriver. So screwdrivers are generally used for rotating the screws, just to tight the screws. So they are of various size and different types of screws, and their screw heads are available in the market. So drills. So drills are generally used for making drills into metal piece or any other workpiece that are given to us. So drills are generally made up of high carbon steel. Drills are divided into mainly three types. That is flat drill, straight flute drill, and twist drill. So flat drill are generally used to drill into soft materials, for example woods and other soft materials like we can say, yeah, main generally they are used for cutting woods. Now moving on to next, we have twist drill. So they are used for metals. They are used in metal work. For example, if you have to drill a hole in a metal piece of iron, then we need to use twist drill. Okay, now moving on to another topic, we have another part or another drill. We have straight flute. So it is good for drilling soft and ductile and non-ferrous material. So from here we know that soft drill or straight flute drill is generally used for drilling into soft and ductile and non-ferrous material. So this was for the bench tools. Thank you very much for just listening to this. So in the next video, I will focus on uploading more content. So thank you very much. Thank you.